Hey there, future success story. Ever caught yourself wondering, am I really living up to my full potential, or just scratching the surface of what I could achieve? Well, buckle up because you're about to embark on a mind-blowing journey of self-discovery and transformation. You see, there's a secret that the world's most successful people know, and it's not about grinding 24/7 or having some magical talent. It's about tapping into the incredible power of your subconscious mind and aligning it with purposeful action. As the legendary Joseph Murphy once said, the subconscious mind accepts what the conscious mind decrees. Mind-blowing, right? But here's the kicker. It's not just about positive thinking. The great Jim Rohn reminds us, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. This is where the real magic happens. In this video, we're diving deep into 8 essential principles that will help you unlock your hidden potential and skyrocket your success. We're talking about combining the power of your subconscious, Murphy's specialty, with rock-solid discipline and life strategy, Rohn's forte. Get ready to discover how top leaders and celebrities have used these principles to transform their lives. And the best part? By the end of this video, you'll have actionable steps to start your own transformation journey. So, are you ready to become the hero of your own story? Let's dive in and unlock your true potential. Welcome back, future success story. You've taken the first step on an incredible journey of self-discovery. Now let's dive into the heart of personal transformation, your mindset. Picture this. It's Monday morning. Your alarm blares and that familiar dread creeps in. Another week of feeling stuck watching others zoom past you on the career highway. Sound familiar? Well, buckle up because we're about to flip that script. Our first principle is mindset mastery, and it's a game changer. Joseph Murphy said, "You are what you think all day long." Let that sink in for a moment. Your thoughts aren't just fleeting whispers in your mind, they're the architects of your reality. But here's where it gets exciting. Jim Rohn, the godfather of personal development, dropped this truth bomb. Success is not something you pursue. What you pursue will elude you. It can be like trying to chase butterflies. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Mind-blowing, right? So how do we put this into action? It's time to reprogram that supercomputer between your ears. Start with a daily ritual of positive affirmations and vivid visualizations. Imagine your ideal life with crystal clarity. Feel it, breathe it, live it in your mind. Need proof? Let's talk about Jim Carrey. Before he was a Hollywood icon, he was a struggling comedian who believed in the power of visualization. He famously wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, dated it years in the future, and carried it in his wallet. Guess what? He cashed that check when he landed his role in Dumb and Dumber. But mindset mastery isn't just about positive thinking. It's about aligning your subconscious with your conscious goals. This brings us to our second principle, positive self-talk and self-image. Murphy teaches us, the subconscious mind accepts what the conscious mind decrees. Your inner dialogue shapes your outer world. But remember, as Jim Rohn wisely cautioned, affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. Here's a practical tip. Start a victory journal. Every night, jot down 3 wins from your day, no matter how small. Crush that presentation. Write it down. Finally nailed that yoga pose. In the book it goes. This simple act reinforces a success-oriented mindset. Let's look at Michael Jordan, the basketball GOAT. He wasn't just physically gifted. His mental game was unmatched. Jordan used intense self-talk to push through challenges, famously saying, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Now I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what would your life look like if you truly believed in your unlimited potential? How would you carry yourself? What goals would you set? As we wrap up this chapter, remember, your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It's time to sharpen it, train it, and unleash its full potential. In our next chapter, we'll explore how to translate this mindset into concrete goals and unwavering discipline. But before we move on, I have a challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, I want you to catch every negative thought and flip it into a positive one. It's not about denying reality. It's about reframing challenges as opportunities. Are you ready to master your mindset and unlock your true potential? The journey continues in our next chapter. Don't miss it. Your future self will thank you. Welcome back, future success story. You've taken the first step in mastering your mindset. Now let's dive into the engine that drives all great achievements, Purpose and discipline. Picture this, it's New Year's Eve. You're jotting down resolutions, feeling that familiar mix of hope and skepticism. This year will be different, you tell yourself. But deep down, you wonder if you're just setting yourself up for another round of disappointment. Sound familiar? Well, buckle up because we're about to turn that cycle on its head with two game-changing principles. Definiteness of purpose and self-discipline. Let's start with purpose. Joseph Murphy once said, "You attract what you focus on." It's not just some woo-woo concept. It's the blueprint for your success. When you have crystal-clear goals, your subconscious mind becomes a heat-seeking missile, locked onto your targets. But here's where it gets really interesting. Jim Rohn drops this truth bomb. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Ouch, right? But also, what an opportunity. So how do we put this into action? Enter the SMART technique. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. It's not just about dreaming big. It's about dreaming smart. Take Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example. Before he was the Terminator or the governor of California, he was a kid in Austria with a clear vision. He didn't just say, "I want to be successful." He said, "I want to be the best bodybuilder in the world, then a movie star, then influence politics." Talk about specific goals. But here's the kicker. Having a purpose isn't enough. You need the engine to drive it home. That's where our second principle comes in, self-discipline. Murphy teaches us, faith is the perception of the invisible and the realization of the improbable. In other words, discipline is what keeps you going when you can't yet see the results. Jim Rohn puts it beautifully. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Here's a practical tip. Create a success schedule. Map out your day in 30-minute blocks, assigning specific tasks to each. It's not about being rigid. It's about being intentional with your time. Look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. His discipline isn't just about his insane workouts. It's about showing up, day in and day out in every aspect of his life. Whether it's 4 a.m. gym sessions or learning lines for his next blockbuster, his consistency is his superpower. Now, I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what would your life look like 6 months from now if you applied unwavering discipline to your most important goal? Really visualize it. Feel it. As we wrap up this chapter, remember, purpose gives you direction, but discipline gets you there. In our next chapter, we'll explore how to maintain this momentum even when life throws curveballs your way. But before we move on, I have a challenge for you. For the next week, I want you to set one significant goal and create a daily ritual to support it. It could be as simple as reading for 30 minutes each morning or meal prepping every Sunday. The key is consistency. Are you ready to design your blueprint for success and build the discipline to make it happen? The journey continues in our next chapter. Your future self is counting on you to keep watching. Enjoying the video? Don't forget to smash that like button. Welcome back, future success story. You've laid the foundation with mindset mastery and built the structure with purpose and discipline. Now it's time to supercharge your journey with the most underrated skills in personal development. Emotional intelligence and lifelong learning. Imagine this. It's 3 a.m. and you're wide awake, heart racing. That big presentation is in a few hours, and your mind is spinning with worst-case scenarios. Sound familiar? We've all been there. But what if I told you that this moment could be the key to unlocking your true potential? Let's dive into our fifth principle. Emotional intelligence and resilience. Joseph Murphy once said, "Negative emotions can block the creative flow of the subconscious." It's not just about positive thinking. It's about mastering your emotional landscape. Jim Rohn takes it a step further. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. This isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about harnessing them as fuel for growth. So how do we put this into action? Enter the EQ toolkit. Journaling, mindfulness, and strategic breathing techniques. These aren't just buzzwords. They're emotional circuit breakers that can transform your life. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she faced crushing rejection. But instead of letting despair win, she used those emotions as rocket fuel for her creativity. That's emotional intelligence in action. But here's where it gets really exciting. Emotional mastery is just the beginning. Our sixth principle is lifelong learning and growth mindset. Murphy teaches us, The mind strengthens with every new positive idea you plant. Think of your brain as a garden. Each new skill or piece of knowledge is a seed that grows into opportunities. Jim Rohn puts it brilliantly: formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. It's not about degrees. It's about an insatiable curiosity that never stops growing. Here's a practical tip. Create a growth hour in your daily schedule. It could be reading a chapter of a book, watching an educational video, or practicing a new skill. The key is consistency. Look at Bill Gates. His Think Weeks are legendary twice-yearly retreats where he disconnects from the world to read and think deeply about new ideas. It's this commitment to lifelong learning that keeps him at the cutting edge. Now pause for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 6 months from now, having mastered your emotions and committed to daily growth. How would you handle challenges differently? What new opportunities would open up? As we wrap up this chapter, remember, emotional intelligence gives you resilience and lifelong learning gives you adaptability. Together, they're an unstoppable force. Before we move on, I have a challenge for you. For the next week, I want you to start an emotion learning journal. Each day, write down one emotional challenge you faced and one new thing you learned. Watch how this simple practice begins to transform your perspective. Are you ready to unlock your emotional superpower and embark on a journey of endless growth? The next chapter will show you how to take all of this and turn it into tangible results. Your future self is cheering you on. Keep watching. Welcome back, future success story. You've mastered your mindset, set clear goals, built unshakable discipline, and harnessed your emotions. Now it's time to put it all together and manifest your dreams into reality. Are you ready to unlock your hidden superpowers? Imagine this. It's exactly 1 year from today. You're standing in front of a mirror, barely recognizing the person staring back at you. Not because you look different, though you might, but because your entire life has transformed. That promotion you've been chasing? It's yours. That business idea you've been sitting on? It's thriving. That relationship you thought was out of reach? It's your reality now. Sounds too good to be true? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive into the 2 final principles that will catapult you from dreaming to achieving. The power of faith and visualization and the magic of contribution and service. Let's start with visualization. Joseph Murphy once said, "Visualization is the language of the subconscious mind." It's not just positive thinking. It's about creating a mental blueprint so vivid that your subconscious mind believes it's already real. Jim Rohn takes it a step further. You cannot rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your habits. This is where faith meets action. Visualization without consistent habits is just daydreaming. So how do we put this into practice? Enter the Vision Board 2.0 technique. It's not just about pasting pictures on a board. It's about creating a multi-sensory experience that you engage with daily. Use images, yes, but also add sounds, smells, and even tactile elements that represent your goals. Take Michael Phelps, for example. Before he became the most decorated Olympian of all time, he didn't just visualize winning. He mentally rehearsed every stroke, every turn, even potential problems like goggles filling with water. That's the power of detailed visualization. But here's where it gets really interesting. Visualization is just the beginning. Our final principle is contribution and service. Murphy teaches us, your subconscious flourishes when you focus on giving and being grateful. It's not just about getting. It's about creating a cycle of abundance that starts with giving. Jim Rohn puts it brilliantly, the greatest good is what we do for one another. Success isn't just about personal achievement. It's about lifting others as you rise. Here's a practical tip. Create a gratitude action journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for and 1 action you'll take to give back or help someone else. It could be as simple as a genuine compliment or as ambitious as starting a community project. Look at Richard Branson. His success isn't just measured in billions, but in the lives he's impacted through his philanthropic efforts. It's this commitment to giving back that keeps him inspired and continually growing. Now pause for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine yourself 6 months from now, having mastered visualization and incorporated regular acts of service into your life. How would your perspective change? What new opportunities would open up? As we wrap up this transformative chapter, remember, visualization gives you the blueprint and contribution gives your success meaning. Together, they're the ultimate formula for a life of fulfillment and impact. Before we move on to our conclusion, how about a powerful exercise to kickstart your journey? Consider spending 10 minutes each morning visualizing your ideal life in vivid detail. Then challenge yourself to perform one small act of kindness or service each day. This simple practice could be the catalyst that begins to shift your reality in remarkable ways. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how far we've come and prepare for the final piece of this life-changing puzzle. Are you ready to bring it all together and create an action plan that will propel you towards your fullest potential? Stay tuned, because our conclusion is going to tie everything we've learned into a powerful, actionable strategy for lasting success and fulfillment. Congratulations, future champion. You've just completed an extraordinary journey through the 8 essential principles for personal growth. Let's take a moment to reflect on this transformative adventure and chart your course forward. Remember where we started? Questioning whether you were truly living up to your potential. Now, armed with these powerful principles, you're ready to soar. Let's quickly recap our roadmap to success. Mindset mastery, harnessing your subconscious power. Positive self-talk, becoming your own greatest ally. Definiteness of purpose, laser focusing on your dreams. Self-discipline, building the bridge to your goals. Emotional intelligence, mastering your inner world. Lifelong learning, constantly expanding your horizons. Faith and visualization, seeing and believing in your success. Contribution and service, giving back to propel yourself forward. Each of these principles, rooted in the wisdom of Joseph Murphy and Jim Rohn, has been proven time and again by real-world success stories. You're now part of this legacy of achievers. But remember, this isn't just about information. It's about transformation. As Joseph Murphy said, change your thoughts and you change your destiny. Your journey of growth and self-discovery is ongoing. Every day is a new opportunity to apply these principles and reshape your reality. Jim Rohn reminds us, the greatest value in life is not what you get. It's who you become. So who are you becoming? A master of your mind? An achiever of audacious goals? A beacon of emotional strength? A lifelong learner? A visionary? A giver? Now it's time for action. Choose one principle that resonated most with you. Commit to implementing it in your life starting today. Maybe it's creating a vision board, starting a gratitude journal, or volunteering in your community. Whatever it is, take that first step. Share in the comments which principle you're starting with and how you plan to apply it. Your insight might be the spark that ignites someone else's transformation. Remember, this is just the beginning. To continue this journey of growth and unlock even more powerful strategies, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss our upcoming videos on advanced techniques for each of these principles. You have the map, you have the tools, and now you have the motivation. It's time to step into your full potential and create the life you've always dreamed of. The world is waiting for your unique gifts. Are you ready to share them? Hey, incredible growth seekers. Wow, what a journey. If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.